Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. Last episode, we got the wheel wells on this side, the mini tub. Much easier than the driver's side, which we did the video before that. Took a while, but the whole floor, wheel wells, frame, everything's all tied together. Okay, so I thought I'd have a break for a day or two because the last video I showed I want to replace this package tray and then all this stuff here, and then the whole piece under there that's rotted, and I thought it'd take a few days to get here, the parts, but boom, they came today. So I guess it's a sign, keep going. We need to get that done before we get the quarter panels and tail panels on. Tail panel and 2 quarter panels. Last video we scuffed these down and painted the insides of them. I like to do that to protect them, because if you don't, in no time, just from condensation and stuff, they're gonna rust, get all surface rust on them. So yeah, there's the 2 quarter panels, there's tail panels. We're gonna put all them on together after we get all the inside of this done, and all that's lacking is what I showed you. So here are the 2 pieces. These are those work stands I mentioned in the last video. I'll set them up here in a little bit. That's what I was gonna put these parts on, but we had to use tires. Okay, so this is the whole package tray here. And see, this piece and this piece is all rotted out. See, there's 2 pieces here. The lower piece, it's all rotted out as part of this. This top piece is part of this. And that's what I also bought. But like I mentioned last video, it just had one crappy picture on there and you couldn't really tell. But they didn't sell this part separate, so it had to come with this. And I lucked out and it did come with it. Okay, so this piece here, and then this is the lip. So the lip of it is right here. So we get to replace all this. Although it's not bad shape, it's just the top is a little crusty, but anyway, this top piece is just wasted. So this panel is this all the way down to here. Now you have to take out these little things there, a couple of Phillips screws, and we'll take them out. So in order to replace this package tray, you gotta have this off anyway. So that's why we're kind of gonna do it all at once here. Take it apart, put that on, and then put that on. And these weld, these weld in the sides here, right here, right there. So you got to cut all that apart. But I got some work to do. I got to load up the van, 69 van, to go down and get the VIN verified when I hand in the paperwork to get the title. So I got to load that up on the trailer so I don't have to do it in the morning, and some other stuff. But I wanted to get this started while it's still light out, because it'll be dark by the time I get rolling with this. So I just wanted everybody to see everything in the light. Got all this back area here all welded in, all that painted. See, the new piece goes down to here, but whether we want to do all that, drill out all them welds and everything, probably not. I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. I'll probably just cut it around in here, and then here it's overlapped, so we'll cut it here, overlap it there. I think it's called a speaker cover or speaker tray or something. So you can call it a speaker tray or a package tray. But yeah, anyway, I'll mark it all out where I'm going to cut it all and show you. But yeah, that's the inside so far. So and we got to do all that before we put on this panel, so I don't have to go in underneath here and try to get all this stuff. I don't know how good you can see that, but she's pretty roached out. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, well, I'll be back later. We'll get this stuff set up. I'll get my stands out, put this on the stands there to show you that. Probably put these away for now. So, in case it rains or something. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, there's those stands. I've wanted some of these for years, and I don't know why I've never bought them. But anyway, they're handy to have. It's supposed to be 750 pound weight limit and stuff, so you can actually, you know, grab a door, which we're gonna do here. I just went and got the door pins and bushings for this, so at some point we'll take that door off, set it up on this, and anyway, you can get them off eBay. It's not sponsored or nothing, I paid for them, but go to eBay, put in whatever, I forget what they're called that I searched for, but anyway, they'll come up. Tons of them will come up, different sellers. You get ones, I don't know, 500 pounds, 750 pound, 1,000 pound, whatever you think you need. But I know I needed at least 2. I could probably use half a dozen of them around here. But anyway, just thought I'd show you that. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got a product to show you. It's a LIFMOCER jump starter. So we're gonna check it out on a car. Pretty simple to use. Connect the cables, connect it to the battery, start your car immediately, and then remove the clamps. So pretty simple. So we'll undo the plastic here. It came in this box, well packaged. Okay, comes in a little package here, a little zipper. Okay, there's all the instructions and stuff. Jumper cables. Good for a little power supply too, so you can connect your phone and stuff to it, charge it up. Green light tells you when it's ready. Yeah, let's oh, it should come with a it comes with a flashlight, and it flashes. Okay, comes 87% charged. So we'll find a car with a dead battery and we'll try it out. Push it like that to turn it off, I would think. No. It just turns off automatically. Okay, let me find a, I'll be back. Okay guys, this van's been sitting up for a while. Battery's completely dead. I know why. There ain't nothing. I gotta pour a little gas in the carburetor here. Prime it. And try that. Yeah, for this fuse block deal, there's a hot wire you're supposed to have connected to the accessory, so it just comes on when you turn the key on. Well, I just hooked it up directly to the battery. I think that's it right there, just to test it and everything, and of course I left it on. So we'll try the we'll try this. I don't know. Oh, okay. You gotta connect it first. Positive. Negative. Like I said, I don't know. Do you have to push a button or what? Try it. Yeah, I'm gonna end up spilling that. There's nothing. Nothing. Okay. Okay, I don't know, guys. Oh, there's a little red button right there. Isn't it? Hang on. Turn that back on. Red button. Oh, there's a green light. Okay, now it's back. Oh, stereo's on. It works. Let's fill it. Okay guys, well, good charger. Works good from a completely dead battery. Okay, I'll be back. Or check them out. I'll put everything in the underneath the video description there. Check them out if you need one. Okay guys, about to get started on it. Took the deck lid off. Still deciding whether I want to buy a new deck lid. I can get one for 200 bucks shipped. The top looks okay, but I don't know how much little rust and stuff's around here. Might be, and it's got this dent here. I don't know, I keep spending 200 bucks here, 200 bucks there. I just bought this window channel repairs thing. It was 200 bucks. Not this part, because this comes with a new panel, but from, yeah, need it though. Okay, so these two panels, this panel here goes over top, see? That's the speaker panel, and then this goes over top. And it's underneath this lip here. So what we want to do is we want to get this off first. So we're going to cut it, and you can see these tabs here. We're going to re-weld them, but the old one we're just going to cut along the edge here, and then we'll have to cut in here somewhere, and then just pull this off. It's not welded at the bottom here. Okay, so we gotta peel this off first, then to get this panel off. So I use my cutoff wheel here. Need to put a cutting disc on it, and then you can see where it's on there. So we're just going to cut it just about 1/8 of an inch from that tab in there. And once we get this off, then we can drill out the spot welds, because we're going to need holes, and that's why I want to do this before the quarter panels. See, I don't know how good you can see, but we're going to put holes right there so we can just weld it in from here, buzz it in, which is, you know, hard to do with the quarter panels on there. So we can just weld all that in. We'll see where that welds in there, probably the same type of way. And you can see the speaker panel here where it comes up, and then this panel here would join this one. But for now, we'll just cut it along here for now, just to get it out of the way so we can get a good look in there. I took these little corner pieces off. They're just on there, 2 Phillips screws. We'll have to sand them and rust treat them. We'll save them. Everything's available for this car, but shit, you add it all up, it's pretty expensive. So you can see this moves up. It's not welded on there. So although, yeah, it might be welded on. In fact, it probably is welded on right in here. Although this is all rotted away, we'll just cut it in here, and we'll take it off afterwards. Yeah, let me just look at that. Yeah, right in here. Yeah, it's most likely welded all along that lip. We'll have to cut some holes and weld that on this once we get this on there. But anyway, that's what I'll do. Okay, this is going to be very, very weak once I cut this off, but that's the way we got to do it. Okay, let me just buzz that off, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, we're peeling back the onion. So that's that piece there, and that's this piece here. Like I said, it's not welded here. It's just welded up in here. So you get rid of that. Okay, so as I was wondering where the hinges and everything were welded to. We'll have to check this big old bracket here. See, it looks like this piece here comes all the way to here. So we have to save that. And then this bracket here looks like it welds to that. Yeah, that's where that piece welds to there. Then this bracket here, well, this is part of the hood hinge, or the trunk hinge, that goes to there. So we'll have to cut that out. So it looks like we'll have to cut it out here to here, and then and that looks like it welds right on that tab there, this tab here. So we'll cut that off there, and we got to figure out where we want to cut it here. Like I said, I don't think I want to cut this whole thing out drill out all these spot welds for all these brackets and everything. I don't think that's necessary. We'll probably just cut it in here, and then cut this off, the new one, and just fold it over and tack it in. I think that's going to be a lot easier. So yeah, so this is all welded in here, right into there. So we can get this ready by drilling a bunch of holes there to weld to. Get that off of there. And yeah, there's the lip that the hood hinge or the trunk hinge welds to. Yeah, see, that's a couple inches from there. Yeah, like I said, we'll probably just cut this down right in here. So yeah, we gotta weld this, trim this piece up, get it ready to weld on there, weld this on, and then weld that on. But we should paint it all first, just like I did the quarter panels and the tail panels, because all this is all hidden. So probably best to paint it all first. But let me trim it up first, and see where we need to, all the welds, you know, like I said, right in here. We'll get it all ready, and then we'll paint this, and at least paint the bottom of this. And yeah, we got to drill holes in here where there's welds to that. So anyway, let me get some more done, and I'll be back. Okay guys, it's about 8 o'clock at night. She was hot today, had to be almost 100. Anyway, yeah, it was way too hot, no wind. I wanted to get these panels painted black. I was sanding them down, but I was just drenched in sweat, dripping sweat all over. It was just so friggin' hot. Anyway, I wanted to paint them and have them dry, so when I came out now, they'd be dry. But anyway, we'll get her done tonight. Since I came out here about 5 in the morning, about an hour before it started getting light, and just a million bugs flying around these lights here. Just crazy. Anyway, I got all this. I got that whole panel cut out. Well, both panels cut out. The first panel welds into here, and then that top panel welds into here. And what I wanted to do is grind this off, find the spot welds. Well, there's one. And take that first layer of metal off there. But I don't know if I can find the spot welds, all of them, and drill them out. Anyway, I need to grind this side. See, I got the second layer of metal off this here. So I got this. I put a little weld through primer on there and here where it welds on, and I ground down this area here. But I need to do that all on this side. See, and then get this little piece here ready so it slides into this. I need to grind down some more on that. So anyway, that's what I'll be doing, getting this ready to get those pieces welded on there. Yeah, we're just going to weld it over top of this piece here, and then just a little lip goes across there, and we'll be welding it along there. As I cut that whole bottom piece off. Like I said, we're not going to get into the spot welds or nothing. But anyway, let me get some paint on here. I have to drill some holes, where everything welds on. I was going to do that after it's painted. Just kind of spot in some weld through primer just on the spots. And I ground down like this area here. I ground that down, ground off all the black etching electrocoat, whatever it is, and put a little primer on that, so it should weld in there pretty good. And I taped that off so I wouldn't get no paint on it. That's where we're gonna. Anyway, let me get rolling, and I'll be back, show you what I'm getting accomplished here. Okay guys, getting ready to weld this piece on. So it gets welded. This tab here, I gotta drill some holes, and once I get that on there, I'm gonna weld it on the top here, because I got some shiny metal, but it's so embedded with rust. You know, it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of getting a little dark. Anyway, it goes into here, and weld it into here, 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 and then we got to drill some holes here, mount it in there, and there, and then along the front. And I think that's it. What I'm going to do is pour 15 all these little areas there, all these little brackets, there, the rest of the hinge, and get all that squared away. I got all paint underneath here, so it's painted underneath, well, and on top, and this is where the other panel is going to be welding too. So anyway, let me get some of that done, and I'll be back. Okay guys, let me turn on this light here. Okay, got all that pour 15 all up underneath there. Got the weld through primer. Basically where the weld through primer is where it's all going to be welded. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, I got all the holes where it's going to be welded. There, and then in here, and in here. So I got that all, that's all ready. And then of course across here. So I fit it on there, clamp it down, and start welding here in a little bit. It doesn't look like any bugs out yet. I don't know when they come out, but man, there was a shitload of them there this morning before it got light. As soon as it got light, they're all gone. Okay, yeah, let me get it on there and I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is, all clamped down. Of course, I'll just, wherever it's clamped, I'll weld a spot, and then I'll have to hold down the rest. It's not like, you know, I need a million clamps and everything to clamp every little section. I just, you know, do a little weld, reclamp it, weld. Anyway, yeah, let me get that welded in, and I'll be back. Okay guys, it's next morning. Got it all welded in there. I put a bunch of extra welds on top here. I did get it welded pretty good. The original factory tabs. Anyway, welded it together there, and all along here, and spotted in at the back. I haven't ground them down yet, but she is strong. So hell of a lot better than I don't know if I showed you the rusty. That's the top and that's the bottom. A lot better than that. Okay, so I put a little primer and black paint on this areas that get covered up with the new piece on there. We'll bring that over, and I think what I'm going to do is grind or drill holes in the new panel, or drill holes in this and weld it to the new panel. Get in through here. yeah, right here, and weld it in there, because this is still kind of rusty. I need a good wire wheel or something, but yeah, it'd be better because I'm not going to be able to weld it this way. So I weld it the other way. That way I just use this to drill holes. But I couldn't get all this metal off. I'm going to try get that second layer of metal off there. I was going to keep grinding and grinding and grinding, but now you figure it out, and we'll get the other piece to fit on there and decide what we need to do to make that fit on there nice and perfect and welded on there. So I'll be back. Okay guys, a lot of cutting and welding and trying to get this to fit. I think it fits pretty good there. I just got it clamped down. Gonna have to bang this down a little bit or push this quarter up right here from underneath. This side here is worse, but it's not all the way down yet. Once it's down, it still needs to go down a little bit more. Or actually, this is anyway. This lip here is way too wide. It's supposed to be that thick, same as that, but it's like twice as thick. So I got to cut that down because it's got to mount. The only place to mount. See, we're going to drill holes here, and it welds to that bottom plate there, part of this. But this, the only place to weld is this bottom lip. And the only other way to do it would be to drill holes up through here and weld it through the bottom. But this is too wide anyway. So we're going to have to put some holes in there and weld it through the top here. But anyway, I'll get it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, it's about noon and 90 degrees and no wind whatsoever. I'm just sitting here melting like a popsicle. I know I got a fan, but I'd rather hear the radio than the fan. And you can see the sun comes up. I've been working the last half hour with the sun just beating down on me. Anyway, I got it on there. Got it all welded in here and there. Okay, and it's lined up pretty good on the quarters there. Now, this quarter has got a lot of pinholes and stuff in it. I would have liked to got new quarters, but we're just gonna have to patch it up because I only got the quarters that come up to here. See, new quarters or full quarters would have came all the way with the lip and everything, been easier. But $500 more per quarter for full quarters. See, this side here is okay. There's no rust holes or nothing in that. That lines up. So all I got to do is basically just grind that down, put a little primer and paint in there. But she's welded in there solid. And I think we'll leave the video at that. So that way I go in for lunch. After lunch I can edit it and hopefully get it out by tomorrow. Today's Monday. It takes usually 2 days to upload a video, but this video ain't as long as the other ones, so maybe it'll get uploaded by 4 tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, we'll just go over some other stuff. We'll do the door pins. I don't know about making one video with just the door pins, but probably be helpful to someone. Hopefully this is helpful to somebody knowing knowing how what's involved in these two panels here. This is just called the upper body panel, and that's called the speaker panel. If you need to order them. But anyway, you know how it goes in there now. Yeah, you see where I welded up there. I have to spray some more black paint. But that looks a lot better than all that rusty shit there. And it's going to be a lot stronger. Okay. Won't go over it too much. I ordered this rear window here, the regulator does go down, but there's 3 of these deals in here. This one's broke. So when you go to roll it down, I got some cardboard in there, it all goes crooked and everything. We're gonna go over that maybe here coming up shortly. Whenever they get here, I just ordered it like this morning or last night. Okay, this whole regulator's jammed. And I kept trying to turn it, lubed it, and finally it just starts turning and nothing works. So it's like, was rusted in there so much, it's just stripped the gears or something. It was like 70 bucks or something for a regulator. So I ordered a regulator, and then one of these, same one, this one here is busted too. So we'll replace that coming up on a video. I said I'd like to do all that before we weld the quarters on. I'm going to try to line up them quarters and that tail panel, get all that situated. I got these, I told you I paid for these window channels there, fucking 200 bucks. Kind of a rip-off, but anyway, we got that coming up. We're gonna try to put in them channels and weld them in and make it nice. So yeah, that's what we got coming up, guys. Got the van over here. So I did the Title 42 paperwork, had that title clerk services of Tulsa do the 88 van, which I got the title for that, handed in the Nova. It's been 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks now, 3 weeks and a few days. But usually a title takes maybe 3, 4, 5 days to get here. After, you know, they turn in my paperwork. They give me the tags and it's registered my name and all that, but the actual title gets mailed to me. Usually 3, 4, 5 days. So I go up there for the paperwork for this, and I said, by the way, it's been 3 weeks. Where's my title for the Nova? Oh, they started a new thing now. It's going to take a lot longer. And I said, yeah, it's been 3 weeks. She punched it in, the VIN number or whatever. She goes, oh, they haven't even looked at it yet. I was like, well, how long after they look at it? Oh, a couple of weeks. So I said, well, how long? She goes, well, I don't know. It's a new thing. So hell, it could be a month or 2 before I get the title for that and that. But that is registered now in my name, got the plates, all that. But an actual title, I'm in no rush for that. I was going to put this up for sale, my local marketplace or whatever, but who knows when the title gets here. I'm in no big rush. Then I got to do this one, but I got to send away to Texas to get the, which are, nothing will come up because it's been sitting in a guy's backyard for 35 years. You need if it's out of state, you need the title history type thing. So all I got to do is mail it to them, then they'll check it, say there's no record. They get me that back, and then I give it to the title clerk services of Tulsa, and they said that's all they need for out-of-state stuff. So yeah, I'll do this one, but it'll take a while. See, initially, just for the paperwork, it's 3 months. And then, who knows, another 2 months to get the title. It could be a 5-6 month process, guys, but just don't be in no rush if you're going to do it that way. So yeah, I got to do this one, but no big rush. Okay, I think that's about it. Tell you what's coming up. Oh, I bought what else did I buy? I told you them I bought there, the window regulator stuff, the window channel stuff. Bought a new deck lid, 188 bucks, I think, with tax and shipping and everything. And it's got the holes for the spoiler. So I got a new spoiler that I bought for another car. I think I bought it for my 78 Nova there years ago, and just thought it might fit, but it didn't. So yeah, it's going to have the holes up front. It's going to have the holes here all in it, so it should fit right on there. What else? I think that's about it. Some people have been asking about Nikki. Hey Nikki, how you doing? You ready to go in the house, aren't you? You ready to go in the house? And if you're new, Nikki's my blind German Shepherd. I keep her in the pen for her own safety. See, it's nice and shady in there. So, yeah, she's doing good. Okay, yeah, I guess that's about it, guys. Okay, I'll add on. I already made a little clip on the Bumblebee Camaro for Jay, who bought it in North Carolina, from North Carolina. He's having it picked up here. It should be about a week from today. So I'll put the little clip of just a few little things I've done. I'll put that in right now, so you can watch that. And I guess that'll be it, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't. We still got a long ways to go, and we're getting it. It's going to cost a lot, a couple $100 here and there, and shit, it adds up in no time to a couple thousand. I've already spent a couple thousand on it, but anyway, this type of car is worth it. Something like that Camaro or the 78 Nova, it ain't worth buying all these thousands of dollars worth of parts for. You'd never get your money back. But this car I will, so I don't mind spending the money, but I still got several thousand to go, especially on the interior. The interior just needs everything. And then the drivetrain. I have to do something with the drivetrain and suspension and all that. But anyway, we got a long ways to go, so subscribe, catch up with the I got it on a playlist, so just click Clunkers and Classics, click playlist, and it should be there. 67 Camaro Build. Watch some more builds there if you want. If you're bored, click on watch 78 Nova or the IROC or the Bumblebee or the El Camino or the Nomad, the van. The van's coming up. I think all we got to do on it is paint and body work, but it's a lot. It's stripping her right down to the metal and doing all the body work, and there's going to be a lot of body work, Bondo work, blocking, waves, dents. But anyway, I guess if I get bored of this or pissed off or something, we'll work on this for a few days and do a video on that. But it's here, and for the van fans, it's coming up. I haven't forgot about it. I just haven't decided what colors and all that. I may go to my paint store. If you've been paying attention, I buy, they got a whole back room type thing of all this old Nissan paint for 50, 60 bucks a gallon. I'll sell it for, and a few commented that let's go buy it all. I don't know how many he's got left. I would say probably 30, 40, 50 cans. At 50 bucks a can is quite a bit. And a lot of it's not the 2K urethane. About half is that, and then half is the Nissan, but it's the synthetic. I forget what it's called. It's in a blue label, and it's just a synthetic. So it's the cheap paint. And I remember working at a Nissan or a Mako back in the day, and I think they use that, just a cheap synthetic. It'll look great, but it just won't last, you know, very long, I don't think. But if it's cheap enough, could I get it? Yeah. I just can't remember what all colors they got. Last time I was there, would I get the yellow? Yellow for Bumblebee there, but hell, I bought that paint a couple years ago. If they got any more, I'll buy some more. I don't mind that yellow at all. But yeah, maybe that'll be coming up. Maybe I'll go down there and buy them all, or a bunch. I'll see if he can give me a deal and say, hey, sell it to me for 10 bucks a gallon. I'll buy all of them. But anyway, that might be coming up. Lots of stuff coming up, guys. So anyway, I guess that's it. Until next time, thanks everybody for watching. Okay, guys, this video is for Jay, who bought the car, but everybody else can join in. Just a quick video before it gets shipped off. It'll be a few days, but I'll wash it up before it goes on the car carrier going to North Carolina. No scratches, no dents, no nothing on it. So if anything happens, it's the carrier's fault. Okay, so what I'm doing, welded in this little tab here that holds the spare tire, and then bought one of these. So you use that, and this deal here over top the spare. Spare's just for emergency use only. It's a lot smaller tire, and it's got a bunch of good tread, but a bunch of weather cracks on it. But anyway, it's a spare. Let me get the keys. Okay, last time when I test drove this, the gas gauge and temperature gauge weren't working, but now they are. So it's kind of intermittent. There's the gas gauge there. It's reading quarter tank, which is about right, so I put about 5 gallons in it. Sometimes it would go all the way over past full. Then the temperature gauge, I just had it running a little while ago. It was up. It started working. It's a manual, and this is just magnetized on there, so you can take it off and put it wherever you want. Got a new battery from Walmart in there. Got the receipt in the glove box right there. If you need to return it, it's guaranteed for like a year. Now, it had a hesitation that I messed with the carburetor and the timing a little bit, and it seems to help. What else? This seat sits a little high because I used the base off the other Camaro, so you know, if you wanted to fix it right, you'd have to get the base or the tracks off of oh yeah, and the base from a Camaro from this year. I don't have these little plastic deals. I think they mount down here, up here, I think. Just for the little guides for the seat belt. But anyway, got the new marker lights in there, and the hood, you just pull this, but you got to hold this out and lift that up at the same time to here, hang on. Okay, there's a new battery. Yeah, I think that's about all I need to go over. If I think of anything else, I'll add it before it gets loaded. But yeah, just doing the spare tire deal right now. Just had to weld that in because this was a new floor, so it didn't have one of these, but I ordered one, put it in there. Okay.